I am the fire. I am burning brighter, roaring like a torrent. And I am the one.
Feinics Nation. Hey, how are you? What's going on? How you doing? It's your girl Jade Feinics here. We are back once again. We took yet another hiatus because, hey, I'm getting married. I got things to do, okay? We have lives. But as always, I am joined by my beautiful co-host, it's Choco. Hello. How are you? What's going on? I can't find your sound. I'm looking for your sound. There it is. There we go. The hell? I'm out of practice. That's fine. We're fine.
We're fine. It's just how many days left?
60. Actually, officially 60 days today.
Oh, boy.
Kill me. I just want it over. I just want it.
Emotional, damn it.
Like, y'all don't even know. It's been a bit, like, last time we talked to everybody was right before I went to California for Star Wars.
Yes.
The Star Wars convention, which, by the way, was fucking awesome. We were going to have a podcast with me and Nasty Nandy talking about our experience at Celebration because it was one of the better ones, believe it or not. Well, actually, I've only been to Celebration twice.
Oh, okay.
So, but both times were fantastic.
This was the better one, though?
It was both. Like, both. Honestly, no problems with both. So, but it's too late now. We're in July, so I will not be talking about that or how they decided to do the next one next year, almost like not even a full year later, which they normally do, like 9 months later.
That's
a lot.
Yeah.
In London.
Ah,
I know.
even worse.
No, because that's how the old setup used to be.
Oh, okay.
Where they would have it in California, and then they would go to London. Then they would have it in Orlando, and then they would go back to London. Mm-hmm. Then somehow Chicago got involved there one year. We don't know why. It just did.
They're like, Chicago's lonely.
Yeah, Chicago was like, hey, let's just go there.
Smashing.
Yeah. Chicago. I mean, I can't complain. I went to Chicago for Go Fest, the very first one.
Was it fun?
Oh my God, it was so good.
Today was Community Day, too.
I
didn't participate, but I know you did.
I got shinies for you. You're fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can trade. It's
the
fine.
shiny birdos.
Shiny burp. It was Starly today. It's fine.
The
You can make
burbs.
up for it in December anyway with the Community Day redone.
Oh, okay.
They do in December. If you're a Pokemon Go fan like we are, they actually have a makeup Community Day weekend where they literally do every single Community Day from the entire year.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah,
It'll give me something to do in December.
yeah, pretty much.
Something to look forward to.
There are many things to look forward to, and that's why we've been so busy. Choco, you've been really busy with your Switch. Mm-hmm. Twitch. I've been busy with my Switch.
I do play the Switch on the Twitch, though.
That's great alliteration. I am. I'm feeling it.
I'm proud I said that sentence.
I am very, very proud of you because my mouth just would have been like,
I don't know.
as it did, as I'm saying. You've been very busy with your Twitch.
Yes. So we're still playing Fire Emblem.
The obsession.
We're playing the DLC now, which has new characters, and I love them.
Obsessed.
And then I beat the game in like 3 days, the Warriors one, which came out, which I got early, and then I beat it early, and then posted screenshots on Twitter to everybody. And I'm still getting retweets from some of those screenshots.
I mean, y'all don't even understand. Okay.
It comes up in every conversation.
Every conversation between Chocobo and I, somehow, some way.
I'm going to get you to play it eventually. It's going to happen. And then you'll see, you'll be like, I like this. It's chess with husbandos and waifu.
It's called a hustle, sweetheart.
Maybe. We'll see.
Nothing for you.
Maybe. Okay. I'm thinking about it. I am considering. I have heard good things, obviously not just from you.
I got one of our other friends to play it.
Who?
Kayla. She ended up buying it.
Kidding me? You got Kay to play.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I showed her who sorry, hold on. I showed her who Hubert is, and she fell in love and was like, I need to play this. And I was like, okay.
See, now here's my thing. Hear me out. We're going to get into the main topic in a minute, folks, but you haven't heard from us, so we're catching up here.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem looks fun.
Yes.
I love playing chess. I love those kind of tactical games. I do. Mm-hmm. I'm not the best with dating sim games.
This one's, it's not necessarily like dating sim because all the supports and stuff, which are the like how you get the relationships is the supports. Mm-hmm. They're pre-written, so you're just watching a cutscene.
Okay.
So you don't have to do anything during the actual supports. It's the only dating part really is like the tea dates, which when you go on the tea dates, you just talk about things that you know they like. Like Dimitri is a himbo and likes to talk about his swords.
Atrocity.
He likes to talk about like weapons. He'll talk about like training and like himbo stuff like that. So like if you pick those options, you're gonna get a perfect date with him. And when you get a perfect date with the character, you go into this mode where you get to stare at them.
Nope.
It's awkward and funny at the same time.
I can tell.
I'll show you it later.
Oh, God.
It's great.
Y'all don't understand. I get sent so many naughty things featuring Dimitri, which is Choco's.
I bought the figure.
I know. And then you have plushies.
They're right there.
I saw.
They're so cute.
They're really cute. But y'all don't understand. Choco started playing this game, and
I didn't want to play the game.
Did not. She fought it. You fought playing that game.
Yeah, because I've played other Fire Emblems, and I was like, I love Fire Emblem, and I don't like this one originally because you couldn't have like the kids like you could in the other ones. Like one of the main things is like, oh, when you pair up your characters, they physically have a kid, and then the kid is a playable character,
which is cool.
Yeah,
that's how you unlock more things. Have sex.
Yep, exactly.
Oh my God! Okay,
and the fact that you couldn't do that in this one like bothered me. So I never wanted to play it originally.
Calm down.
Everybody stay calm. They're having babies.
But then my Twitch stream was like, that's what they voted on for me to play, and I was like, fine. And then I started playing it, and I even the first episode, like you could go back and watch, and I'm just like, ugh. But then like Dimitri started talking and like being like adorable, and I was like, oh, I kind of like him.
It literally became like that TikTok trend on top where it's like, you see me in hindsight, and then and she was just smitten. It was done.
You know what did it for me? There's like
the cock piece.
No, there's a I forgot if it's a support or it's a cutscene. There's some kind of scene where you find out Dimitri spends most of his time when he's not working on like his assignments and stuff like that during it when you're still in the school phase. He goes to the orphanages and like helps train the kids so that they can protect themselves and like spend time with them. And like that scene happened, and I was like, that's really sweet. Actually, I really like him. He's a really sweet person.
Oh no. So
it was too cute.
So
I was like, yep.
Yeah. So if Choco ever becomes single again, just so you know, show her that you're an altruistic human being, and apparently she will fall in love with you. As long as you're Dorito shaped.
I almost spit out my tea. I was about to drink tea at that moment, and it would have went everywhere.
As long as it's not on the equipment, we're fine. As long as you're Dorito shaped and apparently blonde with one eye.
He has two eyes sometimes.
Sometimes.
Emotional, damn it.
She has been actively trying to get me to like some of these himbos, and I was just like,
the girls are hot too, though.
Yeah, but that's kind of what's actually getting me to want to play, because
I showed you Petra, and you were like, "Oh, who dis?"
Like, hello, mommy,
the queen of brigand.
Like, I'm sorry, mommy. I'm sorry, mommy.
She's so cute. She speaks in like broken English because it's not her first language, and she's learning. And like, there's a really cute support between her and Dedu in the new game.
Mm-hmm.
Dedu is I think I showed you him. He's the one that has like the white hair.
Yes,
very big.
Yes,
yeah. Dedu is a sweetheart, by the way, but because he's also from another country and had to learn the language, he helps her
Learn the language?
Yeah, their support is him teaching her, and she, like, thanks him. It was really cute, and I shipped it. It was really, really cute. And I was like, Dedu, go get yourself a queen.
Listen. Okay. The females of Fire Emblem are what might get me to play.
I didn't even show you Lady Ray.
Stop it.
She's a dragon.
I'm done. Quit.
She got big boobs and she a dragon.
Okay, I want that. And that's not fair. Those are my two tropes. Ask anybody that I do TikTok LARP tags with. If it's a dragon, I will fuck it. It's okay.
She can turn into a dragon.
So can I.
But like not like it's a big fucking monster dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. In any of my LARPs, ask them. I am literally known as the chaotic dragon lady. That is what all of my TikTok friends call me. Because
this is her as the priest of the world.
I want to fuck that. Sorry.
But she has other outfits. This is her when she's hot warrior babe.
I'm gonna play.
I'll stop.
I'm gonna fucking damn it.
But we're talking about things that are, old.
Ridiculous and good.
Well, yes, but also old at this point. Because this game came out in 2019. The new one just came out, but that's the Warriors.
Yes.
It's kind of how they did with Hyrule Warriors, where they just took the IP and then made a new game with it. Yeah. But it's not canon. It's a side thing that's like a what if.
I got you.
Yeah, because Hopes is definitely a what if.
Tell you one thing right now, just from you showing me that, you do realize I'm going to have to cosplay that.
That's fine. That you'd be my grandma.
All right.
That's a weird flex.
That is a very weird flex.
I'm gonna wreck it!
Because if I'm Violet, you'd be my grandma.
The interest was piqued, and then
she's immortal.
I'm gonna wreck it!
You just said that, and I'm like,
she's immortal though.
Okay, I'm back in. We're good. We're fine. But yes, so that is what Choco has been mostly streaming on your.
Yeah, I tried to do Sailor Moon again, like bring back the Sailor Moon streams, and then my save file didn't save.
It's just disappeared.
Half of the like I think all of Jupiter didn't save.
Oh my god!
And I was like, I freeze. I'm sorry. You can't. If I could have speed run it, I would have. But because it's an old school JRPG, you have to grind.
Yeah.
And you cannot physically speed run this. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not continuing this series. So this Tuesday, I'm going to start playing. I think I have. You know what I have? I don't know if you ever played it for the PlayStation, like OG PlayStation, the Inuyasha fighting game.
No, I've always wanted to play it for the OG PlayStation, and I never could. And then I have an emulator, and I have the file.
Yeah.
But I haven't, because one of the things that Nasty Nandy and I were talking about actually is setting, since a few things are settled now in the Feinics nest, that I'm going to set up my own gaming station. I'm going to start streaming as well.
Yes.
So let the stream
together.
We are going to stream together. The Feinics Gate will literally be finally more than just a little commenter in Chocobo's chat with my own little things from when, Josh used to be on the show. When he used to be here, he would stream Overwatch through our Twitch a lot.
We should go back to playing Smite too.
I'm planning on it. That's how I'm going to start streaming again. My stream, I haven't figured out when yet or how, because I still have to set up the logistics. But I am going to start streaming Smite, since that is my go-to game. That is my comfort game, and I'm really good at it.
Would you ever want to play the Pokemon one? I forget what it's called now.
Stadium?
No. This Pokemon Smite game.
Oh, yeah. The one where you run around in an arena?
Because me and Scotty play it, and we're pretty good at it. But the problem with that one is if you do not have more than like 2 people on your team, you get paired up with like just strangers, and they just no communication, and it's horrible. And then you constantly are like losing pretty much, no matter how good you are. So it's like I would love to have like at least 3 So like one other person set up.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been. I have the game.
It's not hard.
It's
it
not.
really plays like it's legit just Smite with Pokemon.
Yeah, I have the game. I used to play the game when I was bored, but I stopped playing for a while because lately I have been obsessed with Harvest Moon.
Harvest Moon.
That's literally all I've been
stream
playing.
that.
I am planning on streaming that because it is a very peaceful, chill game to play.
Yeah. Which one have you been playing?
The last one. I'll tell you right now because I brought it with me. But here's the problem with the game that I'm finding, and I don't know if it's the game itself or if it may be the cartridge or if it's just time for my Switch to, because I have my Switch is old. My Switch is one of the original Switches.
Yeah, the one that Scott gave me is one of the older ones too. So like when I was playing Three Hopes,
it would freeze.
No, it wasn't freezing. It was constantly, the battery was like dead almost after 2 hours of play, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I was having to play that with
Harvest Moon One World. That's what I've been playing.
Oh, okay. Is that a new one?
It's the newest one.
Oh, okay. So this is after they split up the team. From Natsume.
There is no team. I'm literally here just planting things and...
No. I mean, because the original Harvest Moon team,
yeah,
who made the OG ones,
yeah,
was Natsume and then another company, and then they split. So that's why we have Harvest Moon
and
games,
Stardew
and no story seasons. They're like story seasons is I think what Natsume is doing, and then Harvest Moon is the other company.
We'll have to check on that.
I don't remember. It's something like that though.
Yeah, but that's definitely become my new comfort game.
Animal Parade's like one of the better ones in my opinion.
I haven't played that one yet.
You can borrow it.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. I'm still working on this one, so once I beat it, I'm definitely going to be looking into the older ones. So.
You'll like Animal Parade because they have the Harvest King in that one, and he's this beautiful redhead.
Well, in this one, the premise of this one, the One World one, is you're a girl, obviously, or you can be a boy, and you have awakened the harvest sprites because the goddess of the world is nowhere to be found. And apparently the people forgot everything about farming.
It be like that sometimes.
It's like literally they were stuck in a snow globe and somebody just went meh, 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 and forgot everything. So they were like surviving off of like potatoes. And so you have to go around building different farms and you get different seeds from the different sprites and you're the only one that can see them, but then maybe somebody else can see them. It's all mysterious. And the storyline is weird because if you go to all the different areas that they have in the world, it's very hard to keep track of because there's it's no like straight line story. It's wherever you go. Oh, here's part of the story. Oh, okay, you're in this part now. Here's another part of the story.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, what's my ultimate goal here, assholes? But I like it because it is a very good comfort game where Animal Crossing used to be that for me.
They just haven't updated it. There's nothing to do anymore.
It's. I don't even do my dailies anymore. I think my villagers are probably all moved away or thought that I died. Because I know there's probably roaches in my fucking house. I have not played in months.
Me too.
Months. So, I mean...
I think last time I played was like Lunar New Year, so February.
So, yeah. I think the last time I played is I think I picked it up a little bit while I was in California. Just to, like, calm my ass down after, like, a hard day with people. So, yeah. May for me, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe even April. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. And I've been neglecting all my other games because of this fucking game.
That's me with Fire Emblem. Like, Scott's like, you want to play this? And I'm just like,
No.
nah.
Yeah, no. Fernando's the same. Nasty Nandy's the same. He's like, babe, do you want to try Elden Ring? I'm good.
See, I would love to Elden Ring. I know I can't play it. I know I can't.
Because it'll set you off or just because?
No, I'm bad at them. I'm bad at
Oh,
those.
I was like, why?
The Dark Souls type game? No, because I played Bloodborne. And like, because I loved the Bloodborne story. I watched someone else beat it. And I was like, oh my God, it's amazing. Huge fan of Bloodborne. I've tried it myself. I got as far as the first boss and then couldn't proceed after that. So I beat the first level. And that was after weeks of trying on streaming. This is when I first started streaming. So this was like years ago. And it was just everyone watching me struggling in the first level. So I was like, I never can play one of these games.
You know what it is with me is I'm it's hit or miss with me with these games.
Because I feel like I'd love the story of Elden Ring because it's so very berserk. Yes. So very berserk. And then there's actually a character in Elden Ring that I keep seeing fan art of, and I want to know who it is, but I don't want to go down the rabbit hole. But they're called Blaith, which is Dimitri's last name. It is a wolf person with a giant sword who I think is cursed.
I'm not going to tell you anything.
And I'm pretty sure there's a reason they have the same last name. Because I have a feeling there's a lot of similarities between them. Because I keep seeing this character shared in the Fire Emblem servers.
Oh, I like
So
that.
I'm like, I kind of want to know who this character is. But I'm terrified as soon as I do, I'm going to be like, I like this character.
Then the new obsession is going to be I'm going to be getting sent fan fiction.
Of the wolf.
Like, y'all don't even know. Choco's been writing some pretty dirty fan fiction.
Well, okay.
It's awesome.
It's
dark as fuck.
Oh, that one was very dark.
Dark
I was
as
angry.
fuck.
To be fair, I had just beaten Hopes and was so angry at the ending that I said, I'm going to take my anger out on these characters. And then I wrote that.
It was horrible. It was great writing. Horrible fucking story. Which brings me to our main topic. We're talking anime, because why not? That's what we do. But here's the deal, kids. During the pandemic, a movie was released, right?
Yeah, I think it was.
I believe it was during the pandemic. This movie was released, and it was hyped to be on the level of, like, Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle type movie.
Yeah, 2021. So.
Right. So this movie came out last year. And
We're a little delayed in it, but...
we were a little delayed. I knew about it. I just never had a chance to sit down and watch it.
Yeah, I don't think there was any showings that
No,
I knew
there were
of
it was
nearby.
never released in theaters here.
Yeah.
The only way that we would have been able to watch it was through YouTube.
Yeah.
Right. And who has time for that? Not us, because we're busy. We're busy humans. And we finally had a chance, both of us, to sit down and watch it this week. And we're talking about that beautifully drawn
And computer animated?
shit show known as Belle.
Or also the dragon and the freckled princess.
There you go. That's the two names that this movie goes by.
I can try the Japanese.
Go ahead. I dare you.
Ryuto Sobakasu no Hime.
There you go. Not bad. I'll give you a 5 out of 10 for attempts. But so I don't know if any of my listeners out there have ever experimented with mind-altering substances. Okay? But if you never have and you watch this movie cold, you're going to feel like you did. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's what?
Nani?
That is literally how I was the entire time I was watching it.
Yeah,
Like-
I watched it first, and then I was like, you have to watch this.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those, like, when you watch a movie by yourself, and then you're like, am I crazy or was this bad? And so you're like, I need to know if someone else has watched this so that I can compare notes and think if is it me or is it the thing? So I messaged you and I was like, have you seen this? You were like, no. And I was like, you need to watch this immediately.
Literally, as she's texting this to me, I go on my Amazon Prime. And a good thing that she watched it first, because she turned around and says to me, don't buy it, rent it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I bought it.
yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. And because it was like, I think it was like during Prime Day.
Yeah, it was like right before.
Yeah. So I had, the rental is only $3.99, but I had a $2 credit. So I got literally this movie rented for $2. I'm like, all right, cool. So I sit down, I'm watching it. I'm with one of my friends. He's watching it with me because I was like, I need a witness to this because I don't.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm like, I need a witness to this. So he sits there and he's like, okay. So we're watching it together. And at the end of the movie, I'm texting Choco and he's looking at me like, what did you just make me watch? And I'm like, texting Choco, what did you just make me watch? Like, what the hell? Literally the entire, I'm like sitting there going, this is stunning. The visuals, beautiful. Some, but for the most part, chef's kiss. Gorgeous. 10 out of 10 on the animation style.
Yeah.
And I don't normally like computer generated anime.
No, there were like a few moments in the computer part where I was like, it was a little weird. But for the most part, it was very pretty. I actually probably preferred those to the hand-drawn moments of the film. Some of them.
Hit or miss.
Because some of the moments that were hand-drawn, I was like, But I think it was more of just the art style thing.
Agreed.
But it reminded me of like a little bit of Devilman.
A little, yeah. I think that's kind of why I liked it.
Yeah.
Because I like Devilman.
The new one, yeah.
Yes.
And then the music was pretty good. Like the songs, they weren't like...
They're catchy.
Yeah, they're catchy. They're not like the, best anime songs I've ever heard, but they're for sure catchy. Like after I watched the movie, even though I was like, what the hell? I was still like humming some of the songs because I was like, the song was pretty good.
Well, it also explains to me now a lot of TikToks that I was seeing with the certain sounds, and I never could understand where the hell it was coming from.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah. Where normally my nerd-based knowledge, I will recognize a sound, and I will be like, "Oh, I know where that's from," or "Oh, y'all motherfuckers found that, huh?"
You just discovered this now.
You just discovered this. Like what?
What did he say?
So I mean, that's how it is with you, Gen Zers, and like whatever. Like some of you fucking babies should not be on TikTok. Thank you very much, but that's a story for another day. So I was like, all right, I'm starting to put a little bit 2 and 2 together. And one of my good friends, my friend Nova, was always raving about this movie because Nova did where everybody was cosplaying the Belle character. Nova turned around and made the dragon.
The beast.
The beast.
Yeah.
Well, dragon.
Yeah.
Literally, fursuit and all.
That's amazing.
The whole face from hand. They made it.
No, the character designs were very cool. I thought like the fashion that Belle wore was very cool too. She had some really cool like costume changes and stuff.
I agree.
It's just the story.
What story?
The story made no sense.
There is no story.
It was literally if it was like, hey, we want to make the 1991 Beauty and the Beast movie, but not get charged copyright infringement. So we got to change it up a little bit so that they don't sue us. But then also, we changed it too much to now we don't know what we're doing with this story. The end. I feel like that is what happened, but also it, like I told you, it seemed like I was watching an OVA for an anime that I didn't watch the series for.
Yes, and I completely agreed with you on that one. And honestly, we were looking up the reviews from other people. My friend who watched it was so flabbergasted. He looked up reviews on YouTube about the movie, and he found this one thing, and I sent you that review, and I was like, on point. Yep. It literally seemed like, and we both said this when we were having our conversation the other day over delicious sushi. It literally seemed like they had fired their writing team halfway through the fucking movie.
Well, I was looking, and the director is also the writer, which might not be the best thing. That seems like that might be
part of the problem.
Part of the problem is the director and is the writer. Because like if you're the writer and the director, like you don't have to then put all of your story down because it could be in your head because you're the director anyway. And I feel like maybe something like that happened.
I don't know, because honestly, there are good movies, great movies that I've seen where the director is the writer and also acts in the film.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like Super Troopers.
Yeah.
He wrote that. He directed it, and he acted in it.
It could be that maybe it's one of those like in his head this sounded right, and then like it just didn't
didn't translate
kind of thing. Because like when I was watching it, I haven't watched it a second time yet. But when I was watching it, I was like, maybe it's a cultural thing. I was trying to see if maybe I didn't get the story because of a cultural thing, but I don't think that's the case.
No, I don't either.
I really don't think so.
Because what me and my friend were talking about is maybe we should go back and watch it in Japanese with subtitles. Couldn't find it. Like,
I had talked to someone about this after it because I was waiting for you to watch it, but I had found someone else who had seen it already, so we were talking, and they even said they were like, no, like when I first watched it, I was like so confused, and I was talking to them about the cultural thing, and I was like, maybe it's a cultural thing, maybe I didn't get it because it's like maybe it's like very Japanese, and I didn't get it because I'm not Japanese, and
especially because like the main character doesn't even live in like a metro area. They live in one of the very far country rural areas, you know.
Yeah, because they're like, what were they, like 2 hours away?
2.5 hours, I think.
By train?
By a like a bullet train.
Yeah, to Tokyo. Which is pretty far, that means.
Yeah.
But
like, and there was a brief scene in the movie where it shows like the map.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they were far.
How far. Like they were all the way on like the other coast, like close to like I want to say
maybe Hiroshima.
Maybe.
Yeah. It was something like that.
We should explain if it was Hiroshima why everybody was fucking weird. Look at all that radiation.
Oh jeez. But no, the person I was talking to, they were like, no, I watched it in Japanese too because I thought something similar. The story's not much different or better in Japanese.
Yikes.
Yeah. With subtitles, obviously, but still, like, because sometimes the subtitles are so different that, like, one scene could be like, I like you, and it could be like, no, I have a burning passion for you. Like, sometimes, like, things like that, and that can really change a story, you know, like, that's, like, a whole mood difference.
Yeah.
It didn't have any of that, so I think it's just bad writing. Which I hate to say, as someone who loves to write, like, I hate saying the writing is what pulled down something.
I mean, also, there's a lot. I'm sorry, there is a lot of dangerous messages in this fucking movie. Like, trigger warning, Phoenix Gate fans, but there's trauma, a lot of trauma. There's abuse in this movie. There is possible abuse of a mentally deficient person in this movie. Possible pedophilia. We haven't figured that out yet. Yeah. I think it is. Choco kind of agrees with me. But again, the cultural difference there where we may view it as pedophilia might not be frowned upon back there.
Yeah. Because, like, I don't even know where to start with all that. There's just
a lot.
There was a lot. I guess
there's depression. There's suicide.
Yeah. There's there was a lot that I think with minor changes, the story would have been so much better. Because I think what the story they were trying to say was that you can still create connections with people, even, like kind of across the world. Like, you don't have to meet someone in person to have a connection, like such a strong connection to someone where you care about them. And, that's a great idea. I think that's what they were trying to do originally as the main theme of the movie, but it got lost and muddled with some of the side stuff that wasn't needed and didn't bring anything else to the story. Like the whole relationship with the high school sweetheart who has 0 point to be in the movie, like that messed up with that original plan.
Yeah. And then the possible, oh no, is there a jealousy thing going on here? Because the super popular girl, like, may like the high school sweetheart. Oh no. Turns out.
And like, it was so, because like none of the side characters made a difference in the story, because when you finally see their avatars, thank you. I was gonna say AIs, and I was like, no, not that. But when you finally see their avatars, it's the first time you see them in the whole movie. So they weren't
whole time.
Yeah, they weren't in the movie prior, so they weren't helping Belle when she first entered.
Well, except for her friend. Except for her best friend.
She's the only one. But the other characters, like, you never see the the guy she likes avatar.
I don't think he has one.
I don't think he's even in the game. And then the other two who had crushes on each other, you only see them at the end. The women that she does choir practice for, you only see them at the end.
Which I think, and this is my interpretation of that, that, because, okay, so we'll give you a little background. According to the story, they are in a world called U. And U is the biggest virtual reality space
It's like
ever.
a social media platform.
Yeah.
It's like TikTok, but if everyone was...
It's literally,
avatar.
yeah, it's literally it's the Matrix.
Yeah. But
not the Matrix. It's like, do you remember that Bruce Willis movie years ago?
Which one? Maybe. I was thinking it was very sword art to me.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
Little bit
you're
that-
not
little bit of sword art.
physically in the Matrix, but your consciousness.
Your consciousness is there, and
Yeah.
if you get hurt on the outside, your avatar gets hurt on the
Yeah.
inside. So it's the same kind of preface
Yeah.
here in that world of you.
dot hack,
Dot
sword
hack,
art,
yeah.
all those kind.
So it is following a template.
Yes.
I'm going to say. Here's the deal. Also, the other thing about that is the way the world of you works. It supposedly shows to the world the you that is inside of you, who you are supposed to be based on what the computer and the artificial intelligence of the game picks up. So some people come out looking like a beastly dragon.
Yeah.
And then
Some
others,
people were furries.
some people were furries, some people were mermaids, like some people were goblins, like anything that these people like in their own mind saw themselves, that's what they did. Because if there's one thing I did notice that her friend could not do, provided costume changes, was not able to change any part of Belle's actual physical appearance.
Yeah.
Because I don't think she could. So because of that, she comes out. She's obviously extremely attractive in the world of you. Yay! Because who doesn't need a pretty protagonist, right?
Even though I don't know if you caught that, but when she first entered, people were like, "Oh, she's kind of ugly." Some of the comments
I did
in the
catch that. Like,
beginning
oh,
was
she's kind of weird. What are those spots on her face?
yeah, like, "Oh, freckles are ugly."
yeah,
Yeah, it was just like,
because apparently freckles, like, and I do know that's a cultural thing.
yeah,
That I do know, because if you have freckles or spots on your face and not perfectly clear skin, it's ugly. So that is a cultural thing. So cool, thanks guys. I would never be able to live amongst you because I am a freckly bitch. All right, curse of the redhead. It's fine, but so they go in. They're doing their thing, and it's kind of weird because when she first enters the world of you, for no reason whatsoever, because it's not really explained at all in the real world why she cannot sing.
I think what I took is that it has to deal with like
Trauma.
the trauma of her mom dying. She just can't sing anymore. But they didn't really say it. I just assumed from what I was watching it was that. But I don't know.
I assumed the same thing.
yeah.
But either way, it was not fully explained.
Yeah.
She treats her dad like shit.
But then she still joined the choir club with the old ladies that knew her mom.
Well, because she grew up with them.
Yeah.
I don't think she joined them. I think she just couldn't leave.
Yeah, she still goes to it, and it's just like...
It still sings for them, but sings so softly or whatever. Like, most people don't even realize that she can sing.
Except for the guy who knew her from when she was like 6.
Yeah.
He knows.
Yeah.
He knows everything.
Yeah.
He's an omnipotent
character that knows everything and is like,
I hated him so much.
I'll protect you. Like, if a saltine cracker was given a voice box, that's that fucking character.
Like, so one of
No,
one
that's
of
an
the
insult to
critique-
saltines.
At least you didn't say club crackers. Those are good.
I don't like club crackers.
You don't like them?
No.
I like the butteriness.
You know what? He's a Ritz cracker because I hate them. He's a Ritz cracker because I hate him. Now I need candy. Finding it. It's not good enough. It's fine.
What was I gonna say? He's one of the characters that honestly, changes to him would have really helped the story. Either removing him entirely would have been great, or having him be the Beast character
Would have been better.
would have been better, and then it wouldn't have been so cringy.
Yeah.
Because, like, you still could have had the whole plot point of the abuse of, like, you know, a kid getting abused and then protecting a younger sibling. You could have given him a sibling that he could have protected from getting abuse and made him the beast. Like,
yeah. Not even just that. Remember, the 6-year-old little hero boy turned around and said he would always protect her. So we're obviously given red herrings from the very beginning.
I mean, I think they wanted you to be confused with that. Like, oh, he's actually not the beast. But it's like, it didn't help to the story. There's, like, yes, you can have a plot point like that in a story, but, like, the rest of the story has to work with it. Otherwise, there was no reason to even do that in the first place. And I think that's where they failed. Was it was like, oh, surprise, it's not him. Woo! But it's like, this doesn't help the story, though. This makes the story worse.
No,
it's not him.
It doesn't. I mean, and then, like, again, I said trigger warning. I should have said from the very beginning, spoilers. So if you are ever planning on watching this movie,
put it in the description.
I'm gonna put it in the description. We'll be fine. But here's the thing, there, kids. Like, all of a sudden, for no reason whatsoever, Belle becomes a superstar overnight. Mm-hmm. Everybody loves her. Everybody wants to hear her music. Blah 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 blah. Right? Fine, cool, awesome, good for you, Belle. But in the real world, still nobody knows who she is.
Yeah,
and she keeps it that way because she's embarrassed because she can't sing in real life because of her trauma. Mm-hmm. Whatever. I'm gonna cry now. That's fine. Not gonna cry. I'm gonna run away on a chocobo. That's what I'm gonna do. But then, for no reason whatsoever, her and her friends set up this major, gigantic concert in the virtual world, and that's when we get introduced to the Beast and basically the character that is supposed to be Gaston, but not Gaston.
Named Justin. Gaston Justin.
Oh my god. Or Justin Gaston. I don't know.
Gastustin.
Gastustin. I'll take it. Gaston. It's Gaston.
It's going to be my new D&D character. I'm going to make a D&D character named Gaston.
Emotional damage.
Done. Gaston. And he has to be an overwhelmingly blonde, American-looking prick.
Yep.
Like, oh. Somehow.
Tell us you hate Americans without telling us you hate Americans. I mean, I'm with you on that, but still.
They hate us. It's fine. We're fine. We're not fine.
The thing is, so the story with, like, Justin, I almost said Gaston. The story with Justin and his, like, Power Ranger band of policemen with him is that God. Like, they're just users who decided that they were going to be heroes in the user interface for you. So they actually have no actual, like, power in you except for just being straight up bullies. And
Justin, for some reason, was gifted this light that could, like, unwrite your code.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of that in here where it's just like, is everyone a hacker? Like, I don't understand.
But he claims that it was gifted to him by, like, the AIs, the 5 major AIs known as the voices that control the
And then you never hear about them again.
Ever.
Yeah. They, like, brought in this lore and was just like, hey, bye.
Like, it's the same thing, like, when we find the fucking, like, again, since we get introduced to the Beast and he ruins Belle's concert and everybody goes, oh my God, Belle's concert was ruined.
I just, like, because you, from the scenes we see of you, like, the actual world of it, is gigantic.
Huge.
So, like, why, of all places, did he decide to go into Belle's concert and fuck things up there?
I don't know.
When he had all of the rest of you to hide to. The Beast has a castle that is, like, blocked behind, like, tons of firewalls and, like, programming.
That you can't find unless it's led there.
So, but yet he goes to instead of hiding in his castle, he goes to hide in
Belle's concert. Yeah. But it doesn't explain anything because he still does not interact with
And he,
Belle.
like, tries to grab her, too, in the beginning.
Does he?
Well, like, when he's doing, when the lights go off.
Oh, right, yeah.
He, like, I know he goes behind her and grabs a beam, but, like, he also tried to grab her while grabbing the on the
I
way
didn't
to
catch
the beam.
that. So.
And I was just like, but what? Like, you don't know who this is.
Like, why would you catch her? Like, what? Did you want to catch her to have her sing for your...
Like, none of it made sense. But, so, and she feels bad for him. Instantly.
Instantly. Oh, why does he have all those bruises on his back? Meanwhile, it's a pretty patterned fucking cloak, but immediately everybody recognizes it as bruises.
I thought that was weird. I feel
What?
like that was a mistranslation or something. Because, like, the don't get me wrong, the coat and the idea of bruises showing up on a coat is very, very cool. I like that.
I do.
It's very cool. It's not, like, explained why you would look at that cloak and not think, like, oh, that's a really cool, like, pattern.
Right.
Like some abstract art kind of thing. Like, you didn't look at it and you'd be like, oh, that's for sure bruises. Like, there was no explanation for it, which I thought was weird.
And then they just automatically knew.
Like, everyone knew it was bruises.
Like, how do you...
These are his scars. And I'm just like, but it's not even attached to his back. Like, it's a free-flowing cloak.
Fucking coke, dude.
Like,
Coke. Wow.
It's very strange. But so she instantly feels bad for him. And then literally the next time she goes anew, she tries to find him because she feels bad for him. And I was like, but like she needed a few more meets with him, I feel like, before it would have made sense. Yeah. It was one single run-in and she was like, I need to protect him.
No, I'm obsessed with him and I need to find out who he is and why he ruined, even if it was just to find out why you ruined my concert. Like, what's your problem, buddy?
I'm gonna wreck it!
Fine.
No, but like the moment she goes there and he doesn't let her in when she does find the castle,
I must find a way to make you love me.
she goes and talks to her choir friends. And they're like, oh, if you love someone, you can sing them a song and, like the song will get to them. And she does that. So it's like, she immediately had feelings for him then. Otherwise, like, why would she have taken the advice that they clearly said, if you love someone, you can sing them a song and that might reach them? Like, you wouldn't have taken that advice unless you already loved them.
Right. And
But
then
she only met him once.
Right. And like it gets even worse because one of the old ladies in the choir turns around and talks about how when she was a senior in high school,
She was dating an 8th grader.
an 8th grader turned around and professed his undying love for her when she was studying abroad in her senior year. Which, here's the deal. She didn't specify if it was senior high school
Or college.
Most abroad studies, as far as I know in
college.
Japan, is college. So if you're a senior in
With
college,
an 8th grader.
that is a 21-year-old woman being
With
told...
like a 13-year-old, right?
Up 13, 14.
Yeah. Oh.
What?
Yeah. No, that scene, I was like, oh. I feel like they hinted at the ending by having that scene in there. Like,
I feel
that was
like they-
there
yeah.
because of, like, the final reveal of the beast. But she goes, like... So, I'm going to backtrack a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to backpedal.
Before she gets to the castle, she has to find it. And it's safeguarded by these AIs, which look like... They kind of look like, the sea angels? Mm-hmm. Those sea angel creatures that illuminate. But they're called mermaids, which, okay, that's fine. I don't care.
Okay.
Weird artistic take, whatever.
Japan is an island. We know that they're going to be making a lot of
I
references.
think that was another, like, mistranslation. I don't think they're supposed to be mermaids. I think they just went with that in the English dub because they didn't know what to call them. Mm-hmm. But there's these AIs that are protecting the beast. But we never find out why they're protecting the beast specifically. Like, we know it is stated when you first meet her best friend, the main character, that her best friend is like super hacker. She's like super genius, super hacker.
Yeah.
She's the only hacker we see in the whole movie.
The whole time.
I'm not saying there's not other hackers, but in the whole movie, the only one who is blatantly said this is a hacker and we see her skills is the best friend.
Right.
No one else has hacking skills that we know of.
No.
So why did the beast have all of the AI protecting it when there is zero reason for the beast to have any AI, to even have the special castle? Like, who built the castle? Like, how did he gain access to it? He is a 14-year-old kid. Spoiler, the beast is a 14-year-old kid
with an even younger brother who we believe may be autistic.
Yeah. And when we see the beast, he's like, he's not poor, but like they're just regular kids. Like their dad is not like the prime minister. Like they
actually live in a more rundown part of Tokyo.
Yeah. They have no reason to like have like the AIs talking to them.
None.
really.
No, there's nothing special.
Yeah, like they're not part of the people who created you. Like they're not the kids of the creator of you. They're not the prime minister's kids. They're not anyone who should have access at 14 to all of the AI for this massive, like 2 billion user app.
And they're the only ones that have it.
Yeah,
Not
literally-
even Belle has that.
Yeah, like the more adult characters, like Justin Gaston, like can't even find these AI, and we're assuming he's like an
And the
older
AI
character.
were deliberately like swerving him away from the castle too.
Yeah, and they're so after protecting him. And I mean, I get it. They're like the only guardian angels for these kids, I guess, was the message. Like they needed someone to try and be protecting them. So I guess the AI, but like story wise, it makes no sense because we are never shown the kid, like the older brother who is the beast. He doesn't go on like the YouTube of the world there. I don't remember what the platform was because they had all those YouTube videos that they would watch.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what it was called.
But like he wasn't like a computer guy. He would only go on you sometimes.
And he would do his martial arts tournament.
Yeah, and that was it.
That was it.
As a way to, I guess, probably take out some anger. But he wasn't like a tech guy. So like there's no reason he's never said he's a hacker.
The younger brother
just goes on the YouTube thing and like sings some of Belle's songs and like will sometimes post videos. But like he's not a hacker either. So there's no reason for them to have these AIs. And I thought it was just so confusing.
I mean, the similarities between Belle and the Beast are they both don't have moms. Mm-hmm. Because we do see in one point, and it is hinted at in one point in some way, shape, or form, because the first person that ever interacts with Belle in You is the younger brother. Mm-hmm. The little, like
little angel,
floaty angel guy. And then...
his avatar was cute.
It was really cute. Mm-hmm. And then, like, so the little brother does interact with Belle the very first moment.
He was like her first fan, which was cute.
Like, you're
that was
so
cute.
pretty, you know, or he said something like, you're beautiful and whatever. And I gave her the confidence to start singing, which is great, cool. A little floating angel thingy that looks like a diaper in the water. Okay. I'm bitter about this fucking movie, man. Wasted like 2.5 hours of my life trying to figure it out, and I'm wasting even more time trying to still figure it out because I'm sitting here going, what did you mean? Explain it to me. How dare you give me such beautiful visuals and such a possibility of an amazing story and then just go,
NANI?
fuck you.
Yep. Because like when she does find the beast and he does let her in, and it's almost
She goes to kiss him and he's like, no.
so that whole song scene, that like the musical number, I had so many problems with it because it was very beautiful, but it's almost like scene for scene the 1991 Beauty and the Beast, in my opinion.
Yes.
Even the design of the inside of the castle, the whole wrecked room, the whole painting torn of this. It's his mom, but the whole painting torn, like the design of the
West
Wing chamber, like,
don't come for us, Disney.
it's almost one for one.
I know.
And I was like, what the? I mean,
that just got lazy.
yeah, I was like, and I'm a huge 1991 Beauty and the Beast fan, like favorite Disney movie. But I know it would explain a lot about me.
I'm not saying a word, but if you could see my face right now, it explains a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, the prince is hot in both forms. I don't care.
I love Beast and Prince Adam. I know. He's so beautiful.
He's a Dorito. He's shaped like a Dorito.
So is Gaston.
But Gaston had that weird Adam's apple, and I hated it.
Oh, his face is not pretty.
No, he had a dick chin.
Yeah. I didn't like his face.
Justin had a dick chin, too.
Yeah, I know. I don't like the dick chin.
Let me describe a dick chin to our listeners real quick. A dick chin is when you have a chin that kind of sticks out a little bit, like Jay Leno's, and has the dimple in the middle. Mm-hmm. That is a dick chin. Okay.
Or a butt chin.
It's a butt chin. The butt chin would be if you had like the dent in it. But if you have just like a dimple there, it looks like a like a penis.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you have a dickhead. You win. You have a penis face. Yay!
Yeah.
Some people like that. I don't fucking know. But, you know, Justin also looked like some weird knockoff from fucking, like, Gotcha Man.
He kind of reminded me of All Might a little bit.
No! Take it back.
Like a horrible All Might.
Take it back! No! How dare! No plus ultra for you.
No, like a really bad caricature of All Might.
No, you know who he reminded me of? He reminded me of some of those like earlier animes that had like the super stylized character that had like the giant nose and like the big.
Oh, you know who else? The main character in Wonderful 101.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
And then, okay, explain to me why his two right-hand people are giant cats. Because immediately, as soon as my friend saw
Our
that...
boy Justin is a furry.
Yeah. As soon as my friend saw that, they go, you need to cosplay those. I'm like, what?
Yeah, they were like really sexy cats.
They weren't sexy cats. They were cats in Power Ranger suits.
No, but didn't one of them have like boobs?
They both did.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They both had boobs. They were svelte.
I was not paying that much attention to them because I was just like, what the fuck is
No, but
happening?
my friend did. My friend was like, you need to cosplay that. I'm like, which one? The white one or the jaguar? And he goes, white one. I'm like, really? He goes,
to rewatch it.
He's like, a spandex suit, dude. You can get away with it. I'm like, I don't want that.
But like, so she sings to him, and she meanwhile in the real world, she's kind of coming to terms that she has a crush on her friend from when she was little, her high school friend. And while she's coming to terms, she's also in you literally trying to kiss the beast. Has no idea who it is. Maybe she assumes it's her friend, but like, I don't know.
But then when she found out that it wasn't him,
yes,
you would think that she would like change her perception for it. But no, she sings this whole heartfelt song about love and this, that, and a third. After Justin decides to expose her.
Yeah. She ends up exposing herself because when they try and figure out who the beast is, and for a while they think it's like this artist, and then they think it's a baseball player, and then they think it's like some crazy old lady. It was weird.
And that was from their sleuthing, not from the world of you sleuthing.
No, that was their sleuthing. They did a better job than most. But they eventually figure out it's the kid and his younger brother are the two characters.
How? Because they were literally scanning through everything, and somehow the magical ears of Belle turned around and heard the kid humming their secret song.
Yeah.
So what does their crazy hacker friend do? Turn around and zoom in on his fucking eyeball, and what do you see is a silhouette of Belle.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I don't know.
What in the fucking Matrix was that, bro?
I know. And then like it's like a live stream of him getting like beat up by his dad. It was like really weird, and there were people commenting how it was funny, and I was like, "What the fuck?
How is that funny? How it like?
It was that whole scene was so uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah, and then the scene
granted,
that followed,
it should be uncomfortable because you're watching abuse. But
okay, and then for no reason whatsoever, a 17-year-old girl hops on a fucking red eye bullet train.
Yeah,
with everyone's blessing.
But mind you,
alone.
So they tried to call the cops, and the cops are like, it has to be 48 hours from a dispute before we can enact, which maybe that's the rule in Japan. I don't know. That seems like that seems like a lot of people would die in that case. I don't know. That doesn't seem like a real thing. I'm not familiar with Japan's laws, though, so
neither are we.
Feel free to tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, if you're listening to us in Japan and we're offending you, again, we apologize. We're American. We know better. We don't know better.
Yeah. But there were grown-ass adults. None of the adults decide to go with her, at least for some kind of
even
backup.
the boyfriend.
Or like her father's like, hey, goodbye, have fun across country by yourself with a grown man who's a known abuser.
Yeah.
Like, they just send her off.
Go ahead. Find some place that we can only guess is from between.
Because they don't
have
the actual location. They have the the prefecture.
A fucking window.
Yeah.
It's the same way that they found the boy.
And they just, like, they happen to find each other. And, like, the moment when they find each other is kind of cute. And he's like, oh, you're real, and, like, all this. And they you know, they're trying to be sweet. But then the father comes out. The father who was abusing his kids comes out and starts attacking her. You know, like, obviously, like, he would have, because he's a known abuser. So, of course, he's going to abuse this now stranger who's coming into his family's situation. Like, and she doesn't get that beat up, but she does get, you know,
gets
hit.
fish hooked.
Yeah.
He fucking fish hooked
I know.
her.
I would have imagined worse.
I
to be
mean,
honest.
yeah, but at the same time, it's like, who the fuck are you?
And there's, like, no one in the street to help.
Because it's raining.
Yeah. And, like, he eventually backs down, which I still don't really understand why
Because
he
she
backs
stood
down.
her ground.
But, like, he goes back home, and then the kids eventually go back home, too. And they hug her, too. After the dad leaves, they hug her because she stood up for them. But, like, I'm sorry. If he's been abusing them...
I would have taken those fucking kids with me back to my home.
If he's been abusing them while the camera's been on, and people have seen him actually abuse his children on, like, live streams already, and now a stranger was brought into this problem, do you honestly think he's not going to get even worse after this?
I know. I mean, he's going to get even worse because he realized he was on live feed.
Yeah, he's gonna be worse to his kids now after all of this, because they got a random person involved in it now, and it was shown publicly. And the other thing too is, if they have the live stream video, which they do, why didn't they show the cops so that the cops could have been like, okay, we can bypass the 48-hour thing because we have actual fucking proof they're being abused. Send someone over.
I don't know.
It was so, like, I get the message. They're trying to be like, oh, courage, and, like, courage with friends. But
Courage and truth.
But no, that's such a dangerous thing. Like, you can't promote doing stuff like that. That is how you can fucking die.
The pacing of the movie was also very slow.
Yeah.
It was very slow. So it's like you have these wonderful bursts of fucking moments where you're just sitting there and you're like, fuck yeah, dude, this is going to get good. And then it's like, no, it's not. No, it's not.
And
all in all, honestly, I really do think that this movie, it was done. Like, I'm on IMDb. We've been on the Wikipedia. Literally, we are not the only ones that are sitting here saying what we're saying with this movie. Like, most people rate it either 6 or above stars out of 10 because of the visuals and the music. But most of it I'm seeing as you scroll 5 out of 10, 2 out of 10, because the story was not fleshed out. The story. It's infantile and ridiculous. It doesn't know what it wants to be. It's half-baked. It missed the mark. I'm reading the names of these reviews. Like, Belle is a feast for the eyes and the ears, not so much for your brain.
Yeah.
You know, it's a Swiss cheese plot, somebody says
Oh,
here.
yeah.
So it's like
That's
it had,
a good one.
He goes, it had beauty, but didn't ring bells of magnificence. I can talk. Shiny, but dull.
It's all aesthetics, no substance.
I like this one. 1 good song, 2 good shots. The movie. I like that one.
That's funny.
Ryu to Sobakazu no Hime is not one movie. It's 2 different scripts mashed together. Now a pretentious dickhead could say that's what the director intended, and everything is a commentary to the dual life of the protagonist. Haha, yeah, right? Characters, story, plot, character development, everything besides a good soundtrack and some good visuals are underdeveloped. Mm-hmm. This is what this person is saying. It was like watching the first draft of something. Even conceptually, I had the core idea seemed first draft. The themes of the movie, besides the obvious and cringe, be yourself, you are unique, are not clear. And then the movie ended, and I couldn't be bothered to remember a single name from our characters. My mind was too preoccupied trying to understand a fictional world, and that the director couldn't be bothered to flesh out. Mm-hmm. All that, and at the same time, the movie was something like a soft retelling of Disney's Beauty and the Beast, going as far to replicate some shots and scenes. Homage? Maybe. Sure, why not? Either way, I don't care. So, I mean...
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Honestly, so you and I are in good company when it comes to our review of this movie.
Yeah.
We're not saying not to watch it.
If it's To me, I think it would have been better as just like some random musicals. Like videos, like YouTube videos. It would have been great.
Like
if you
KDA. Give me some KDA shit.
Like, that would have been fine, and it would have been beautiful, and I think I would have appreciated it more because the story is so bad. It brings down the whole thing for me. I don't care how beautiful something is. If it don't make fucking sense, I can't.
No, I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we actually both got to the same place and that we're not sitting here arguing over how good or how bad the movie is. Because even then, that would be great.
Yeah.
But for like, honestly, me, Choco, and every single person that has watched this movie all agree on one thing. The story sucked.
Yeah.
It was garbage. Literally, I even said, I go, are you sure this movie wasn't like edited in a certain way and they like took key scenes out of it the way that like
Yeah, because it feels like it feels like I was missing part of it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, did I miss something? Was I supposed to watch something before this to like get more info? Like what am I missing?
It would feel like as if somebody was, and I said this to you directly. I remember this specifically. Somebody gets into My Hero Academia, but instead of reading the manga or watching the anime, they decide to go straight to the movies.
The second movie.
Not even the first movie. Not even the first movie, the second one.
Yeah.
Where they're just, everybody sitting there going, what? What?
I mean, this looks cool, but what's happening?
Like, did I miss a lot? Like, why does this child have all these problems? What? Okay, but here's the thing. You have a whole 2.5 seasons, a previous movie, and a manga that is way ahead of the anime to begin with to read, watch, and enjoy, and then you'll understand it. Belle does not have that.
Yeah, it's just standalone. So that's just like, okay, what?
Hang on, give me. That's literally, it's like, I'm going to give you this. I'm going to tell you it's fucking fugu. In actuality, it's rat. Here.
Oh, Jesus.
Like,
Oh my God.
It is expertly prepared.
I mean, I didn't want the fugo. But
I know, but it is expertly prepared puffer fish. And in actuality, it is nothing more than a fat rat. Okay?
This is how the bubonic plague starts.
Exactly. Oh, God, maybe that's why he had those bruises.
He's actually suffering the bubonic plague.
Yeah, he could. I don't know about you, but in all honesty, I say that we wrap this up. If you guys have any movie suggestions for me and Choco to watch,
Even if they're older,
we love older movies. Even if they're obscure, we love that. Let us know on any of our social media, or if you ever join my Twitch up and coming when we have that, or if you join Choco's Twitch every week, Tuesdays, and are you also doing Emblem Fridays? Like,
yes. Fridays always. Tuesdays is like sometimes.
Okay.
If I could get it to work.
Yeah. Damn it.
I think I'm just gonna start doing like beat 'em ups on Tuesday because I have like a lot of beat 'em ups I want to play.
Yeah.
Like not straight beat 'em ups, but like I just rebought Soul Calibur 2.
I love that game.
I know, and I'm like, I want to play this on stream.
Yes.
I fucking love Soul Calibur 2. Be Talon, baby. So I want to play that. I want to play the Inuyasha fighting game. Like I have some fighting games. I'm gonna play Hades.
We're going to do it.
Yeah.
We're going to do it. So, reach out to us on all of our social media. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. We are on Twitch. We are on... What else are we on? We are on Instagram. We're everywhere, baby.
Facebook. We're not on you.
Not unless you want us to be. But, if you are in the New York City area, come August 20th and 21st,
yes,
we will be featuring our podcast and recording it and selling a bunch of stuff at Tropicon on the island, on Long Island. So honestly, why don't you we're going to be live casting for most of the day.
It's going to be fun. I'm going to talk about everything I see.
Everything. And you guys want to be like, come on the cast, say something cool, just interact with, you want to be heard, seen, whatever. We will be live casting throughout the day, most likely on our social medias. And obviously, we will be recording podcasts there. So you should definitely come and see us. Buy our merch.
There's a cool cosplay contest, too.
Yes, there is. Which you are a judge.
It's an expensive cosplay contest.
$10,000.
I still cannot believe when I saw that number, I was like, is that too many zeros?
I know. I was like, no, because the most I've ever seen a cosplay contest
It's like
go
1,000
or 5.
Yeah, but those are like the big ones.
The big ones. So I'm wondering where I'm like, yo, bet.
I was like, oh, okay, fine.
So our Choco is a judge for this beautiful, amazing cosplay contest. I am personally not going to be cosplaying for the contest, but I will be cosplaying for the table. Mm-hmm. And we will have Phoenix Gate merch for y'all. So come by and, get yourself some merch and buy our shit and just come see us in August. So yeah, because the gate, as I've said many times before, we're doing our best. But I'm getting married in 60 days. Choco has her own life and obviously a very, very popular Twitch stream. So yeah, we're doing our best. Don't judge us. Don't judge us. We're not. But Choco, anything you want to mention or bring up or feature, anything at all?
I'm still thinking. I'm still on the Belle topic in my head. I'm just like, I still don't know what the movie was about. I just
Emotional damage.
I'll admit that I'm kind of there too, but I'm trying to force myself off of it because we will go on and on and on about the topic, so that's fine. But as always, it's your girl Jade Feinics here with my beautiful partner in crime, Chocobo Butt. We love you. We missed you. We're going to do our best to be a little bit more consistent. I know we've made that promise in the past, but we're doing our best. It's scary times, people. All right? But we love you. We live, okay. We're going to go now. And like I said, if you want to watch Belle, don't buy it. Rent it. Okay, bye.